Welcome back to Morning After, everyone. It is 10:14 here on this Tuesday morning. I'm Ron Corning, and President Biden has extended the moratorium on evictions and on some foreclosures. And what do you need to know specifically? When to apply, how to apply, and if this applies to you. Let's bring in Rachel Caralla. She is a real estate attorney who knows the ins and the outs of this, and she's going to take us through it step by step. Rachel, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it being here.
You bet. Let's talk about what this means. This does not mean that automatically every renter has an option to not pay the rent, correct?
That is correct. The only way that a tenant is even going to be entitled to this moratorium or can enjoy the benefits or the protection that it provides is by taking that step of completing the Center for Disease Control declaration and providing that declaration to the landlord. And that is the only way.
And that includes having to provide some supporting information that you're in a difficult financial situation and can't meet that obligation.
That's exactly right. I mean, the tenant, you're actually going to have to testify, and it's an affidavit that states that you are suffering a hardship economically due to COVID. Your income has been greatly reduced. Does have income requirements, and if you go to court and your landlord is trying to oppose that declaration, you should always bring any sort of proof that that affidavit is what it claims to be.
So what if during the first round of this back in September, you qualified, you worked with your landlord, you got a moratorium on the eviction, and there was a little bit of a gap here. So let's say that eviction process has started again and you've been served with the papers from your landlord. Can you retroactively now with this CDC form say to them, rescind this eviction, please, because I'm protected under the moratorium?
You know, I wouldn't assume anything is retroactive. You know, this is all so new, and the requirements and the regulations are changing often. Best and safe practices would be to go ahead and complete that CDC declaration again. It's not a very long declaration. Go ahead and complete it again and give it to your landlord, and that way, if in the event your landlord does continue, you can show the court that you've reissued this declaration to them.
Does a renter have anyone they can turn to, like a guardian, who can take them through this process, an advocate, if you will, who will help them troubleshoot some of those, as you point out, some of those areas that might be gray or unknown because this is so new?
Sure, absolutely. And in fact, I would recommend that if you have a family member that can, has a good way to work around a computer, there are tons of websites online that will give tenants' rights information. There are also groups, in particular one in the Dallas area called Eviction Lawyers 2020, and it's a group of a volunteer organization of about 150 attorneys who are assisting and answering questions related to the eviction crises and what exactly your rights are. Because at the end of the day, there are still tons of evictions that are still happening, even for those tenants that are protected under this moratorium, because tenants just are unaware of their rights.
Eviction Lawyers 2020. Look that up, Google that if you can, and we'll try to put that resource on our website as well. Relief for homeowners who have mortgages due and perhaps might even be facing a foreclosure because they are so far behind. How does this apply to them?
So the foreclosures are a little bit different in the sense that President Biden has extended or requested that the federal agencies extend the foreclosure moratorium for only those foreclosures that are federally backed. So you're talking your reverse mortgages, you're talking any mortgage that is backed by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. Now, that does constitute about 2/3 of the mortgages across the United States. So the likelihood that you qualify for that moratorium is great. But it too has been extended until the end of March. And so no foreclosures. And even if you have been foreclosed on already and you are in one of those homes that is backed by one of those government-related entities, an eviction moratorium also applies within that as well. And so both of those persons are protected until the end of March.
I don't know if this is outside of your scope of expertise or experience, but I'm going to throw it out there anyway. If you don't have a government-backed loan, you're among that 1/3 that does not. Do you think that some of those smaller banks that are carrying your loan will, under these circumstances, if you can prove to them a hardship, work with you in some way?
You know, I have received several calls and information, and it's kind of up in the air right now. It's going. There are several lenders that have been willing to work with homeowners related to the COVID pandemic. You know, at the end of the day, a lender is uninterested in owning your home. They want you to pay for it. They want you to be able to enjoy it, and they want you to be in your home. And so, a lender will work with you. But the most important piece of advice I can offer you is that if you do not qualify under one of these moratoriums, get in touch with your landlord. See if you can come up with a payment plan. Just make sure anything that you guys agree to is in writing. That's the most important, because at the end of the day, if you don't have anything in writing, it's not going to help you. So the short answer is, if you can get in touch with your landlord early on, explain the situation, put things in writing. A landlord, I'm sorry, not a lender, a lender should, even if a private one, will try and work with you to the extent that they can.
Yeah, and I know anybody who's already facing this means they have any number of stresses in their life. They're dealing with being furloughed, less income. It's hard not to confront these things. It seems easier to bury your head in the sand and it'll go away, but that's not how it works. So Rachel, thank you for your guidance. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity to be on the show.
Yes, and we'll circle back with you in the future. Rachel Kerala, there's her information. Let's put it back on the screen. It is Kerala, PLLC.com. She's also on Twitter and on Facebook. And again, she knows the ins and outs of this, and perhaps she's someone you can turn to.